Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV Midday News here in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Fauziya Lukman. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reiterated his administration resolve to pursue a comprehensive economic security framework for the country, while addressing foundational challenges and creating a fair and equitable system in which all Nigerians can thrive. The president stated this while hosting leaders of the Anifere and Apex Yoruba Socio-Economic Group at the State House in Abuja. Kikelomo Okiri has the rest of the story.
Speaking when he received leaders of Afenifere leaders, the president says his administration is re-engineering Nigerian finances and seeking to boost the purchase power of citizens and spread prosperity down the line by instituting a credit system where the element of cash is not an impediment to a significantly enhanced standard of living for all citizens, adding that Nigeria must secure itself economically first before it can achieve any of its more sophisticated objectives.
We have the solid mirror that has attracted a lot of insecurity, scavenging, and others. Then we have special forces that is facing that now. We will have an effective forest guards that will be, fully in control of our forests in the country.
Speaking on the security, the president declared that those who threaten the sovereignty of Nigeria will pay a heavy price.
From hosting flags on the Nigerian properties and sovereignty, we have degraded terrorism to a level that they could not threaten the sovereignty of this country any longer.
Earlier in his remark, His Royal Majesty Oba Olufalaye commended the president for his courageous decision and for the rehabilitation of the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos, as well as other critical ongoing projects. He urged the president not to relent in ensuring fairness and equity for all Nigerians, while noting the importance of a constitutional amendment to devolve more powers to states. President Tinubu, however, thanked the esteemed delegation for their prayers and support, assuring them that he will not relent in his resolve to advance Nigeria. Kikelomo Okiri, Global Television News.
Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission have stormed the Abuja home of former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, located at Wuse Zone 4, Federal Capital Territory. However, the EFCC had earlier dragged Yahaya Bello, his nephew Ali, one daughter Dauda Suleiman, and Abdul Salam Hudum before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, in an amended charge in March 2024 over an alleged 84 billion naira money laundering. Samuel Odi has the details. While we're waiting for that report, the Commissioner of Police FCT CP Bernard Igwe has expressed heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the management and personnel of the FCT Police Command for the kind gesture of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike for fulfilling his promise to the command. The minister had directed the FCT Command to hunt down and arrest or neutralize 2 wanted bandits and kidnapped kingpins who had been terrorizing Abuja, particularly the Buhari, Dutsen Alaji, and Kubu axes. He backed the decisive action by directing a police bounty of 20 million naira on 2 notorious and most wanted kidnappers in February 14, 2024, and he has matched his word with action following the arrest of 2 of the most wanted kidnappers. A former speaker of the Kaduna State House of Assembly, Yusuf Zailani, has denied claims that the 9th Assembly under his leadership approved $3.50 million World Bank loan obtained by former Governor Nasser El-Rufai. The Kaduna State House of Assembly has set up a fact-finding committee to probe all finances, loans and contract projects awarded, as well as other financial spending and abandoned projects initiated by the immediate past government between 2015 to 2023 under El-Rufai's administration. The Speaker of the Assembly, Yusuf Liman, inaugurated the 13-man community during plenary. The constitution of the committee followed a motion moved by a member representing the Gwaru constituency, Mugu Yusuf, asking the House to investigate all loans obtained by the El-Rufai administration. Former Governor of Kogi State, Yahya Bello, has been whisked away in his residence by his successor, Governor Usman Ododo, according to the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. This is coming after operatives of the anti-graft agency laid siege to the Wuse zone residence of the former Kogi governor for most of Wednesday. As the EFCC operatives surrounded the ex-governor's residence, his successor Ododo arrived amid cheers from the supporters of Bello who had gathered to support their embattled principle. The Kogi State governor, after a while, left the premises of his predecessor, with the anti-graft agency confirming that he took Bello along with him. This development now puts in doubt the ex-governor's expected arraignment on the 19th-count charge before Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court of Abuja. The Ogun State Community Social Orientation and Safety Corps, popularly known as So-Safe Corps, has arrested 3 members of the gang armed robbers said to be terrorizing residents of Ikoro Ajiri in Adodo, Ota local government area of the state. This was contained in a statement issued by the Office of the State Commander of the Corps, Soji Gonzalo, through the Office of the Director of Information and Public Relations of the Corps, Assistant Commandant Morot Yusuf. The suspects were said to have been arrested on April 16, 2024, after the operators of the SUSIF officers of the Ikoro Ajire Divisional Headquarters responded to the distress call from the communities. Troops of the Nigerian Army, on a happy note in the northeast, have rescued one of the kidnapped students of the Chibok Secondary School, Lydia Simon. A statement of the Department of Army Public Relations says Lydia, who was a serial number 68, was rescued along with her 3 children by the troops conducting Operation Desert Sanity 3. So far, out of the 271 students who were kidnapped by the Boko Haram insurgents, 58 girls escaped shortly in 2014. 103 girls were released through the intervention of the federal government. 20 others were freed by the effort of the state government, while 92 students are still in captivity. You're watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on StarTime channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. With the Midday News return, federal government deploys technology to detect sudden power drop. The news and this other continues right after this short break. To stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of the Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. On the foreign scene, 2 German-Russian men were arrested in Bavaria on suspicion of spying for Russia and planning bombs and arson attacks and undermine Berlin military support for Ukraine. The pair, identified only as Dieter S. and Alexandra J., were arrested in the city of Bayreuth in southeastern Germany. The main accuser, Dieter S., is alleged to have been scouted potential targets for attack, including facilities for the U.S. Armed Forces station in Germany. They are suspected of having been active for a foreign intelligence service in what prosecutors describe as particularly serious case of espionage, According to the prosecutors, DTS had been exchanging information with a person linked to Russian intelligence servers since October 2023, discussing possible sabotage acts. Back to Nigeria in business, where in a bid to address the recurrent collapse of Nigeria's power grid, the federal government has deployed a new technology to detect and respond to sudden drops or dips in power generation across the country. Nigeria witnessed its sixth power grid collapse of 2024, the preceding day, as electricity generation on the system collapsed from 2,005,800.77 megawatts at 2 a.m. on Monday to 64.7 megawatts around 3 a.m. before the grid was restored later today. Though the Transmission Company of Nigeria attributed the cause of Monday's grid collapse to a fire incident, it has consistently blamed gas shortage of power generation and vandalism of power infrastructure for the recurrent cases of grid collapse in Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria has clarified reasons for significant decline in the nation's foreign exchange reserves, asserting that it wasn't primarily aimed at defending the naira as commonly believed, but rather to partially repay debts owed to creditors. The bank further expressed its desire to minimize its involvement in the market, aiming at a foster scenario where prices are being determined through the interactions of willing buyers and sellers. The CBN Governor Olayemi Kadosu gave the explanation during the ongoing International Monetary Fund World Bank Spring meetings holding in Washington, D.C. of the United States. And lastly, on sport, Mikel Arteta has urged Arsenal to use the pain of the Champions League's quarter-final exit against Bayern Munich to foil their Premier League title bid. Arteta's aide failed to clinch on the first semi-final appearance since 2009 as Joshua Kimmich's second-half header gave Bayern a 1-0 second leg win and 3-2 aggregated success. It was a bitter evening in Munich for Arteta as his players who had dreamed of leading Arsenal to their maiden Champions League crown. Title holders Manchester United are out of the UEFA Champions League following a 4-3 penalty shoot defeat to Real Madrid in their quarterfinal second leg at Etihad Stadium. Madrid beat Manchester City 4-3 on penalty to progress to the 33rd Champions League semi-final. Manchester outplayed Real Madrid once more, but this time they lacked the cutting edge and arrogance. The Champions League win came to an agonizing end on penalties. Bernardo Silva and Mateo Kovacic were the culprits as they were thwarted by Madrid goalkeeper Andre Lenin in a shootout after 1-1 draw following 90 minutes and then extra time. And that's it on Midday News. While it came to you live from the nation's capital, we are on Star Time Channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Fawzia Lukman, thanking you so very much for watching.